Opa! Welcome everybody to Stavvy's World. 904-800-STAV. Call in. We'll solve your problems. We got Kareem Rahma on the couch right now. What's up, big dog?
What's up, fella?
You know him from Subway. You've seen a couple people embarrass themselves next to him on the subway. You've seen a couple people say some great stuff. I first saw you from... We were just talking about it. Keep the meter running.
Yeah,
which I love.
My little baby.
I love that show where you just take cab drivers and just say, "Take me to your favorite place," which is such a great. You know, we got a room full of immigrants here, and it's like you take it. It's basically immigrant. It's you hanging out with immigrant dads.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been a single person who's not an immigrant dad.
No. I mean, do you consider the Irish immigrants?
How soon? What do you talk like?
Always been here.
Oh yeah, no, okay, all right. He's the one.
Wants to be. Yeah. Oh no, I had a native New York Jewish guy.
Okay.
So I've had two white-ish people.
Sure.
And then the rest have been truly immigrants. But I think when you're just a cabbie, like you are an immigrant. It doesn't matter if you don't have to be of color.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like a cabbie is an immigrant job.
Absolutely.
And you go to Paris, and I shot in London.
Oh,
it's
cool.
like. But in London, they have the black cab, which is a white man, working class
for sure
man's job. But the Uber is an immigrant job.
Yeah, true.
Because you don't have to take the knowledge. Are you familiar with the knowledge?
Yeah, you have to do like a test to like, basically you're not allowed to map or anything. They tell you like, go from here to here, the most efficient route.
You have to memorize every street in central London.
It's fucking
I'm literally serious.
It's not. And London's...
Dude,
like
it's crazy.
London makes New York look like fucking Athens, Georgia.
And they don't have like at least here we have like Fifth and A. There it's like take me to
Lord Swallybond's Lord Swallybond's court.
Right next to what is a British name? Like Wallace's pub?
Yeah.
Go on Google, there's 700
Take me
Wallace's
to the Red
pubs.
Cock and Foster's. Right away.
Well, that's such a British name.
Yeah.
That might be a real place.
It probably is. I went there for the first time this summer, and it pissed me off because like I love shitting on the British. I love talking about how they're they kind of just get away with. They just were the Nazis to half the world for like 100 years, and everybody just kind of lets that slide. You know, I guess because World War II, it's like. Who were the most recent Nazis, and they did it to non-white people mostly. I mean, the Irish got obviously, but still, the British their shit gets we let them slide so much. Their food sucks, whatever. And then I went there and I was like, this city's fucking incredible. It's like imagine New York, but also there's just something from the year 700,
right?
And it's still a library. It was a library that like monks used, and you can go in there and get a book today.
Well, they haven't had the Denverification,
of
every city in America.
They don't have the shitty glass and metal fucking buildings.
Everything in this country looks like Denver.
Yeah.
Baltimore looks like Denver.
Yeah.
Minneapolis looks like Denver. Texas, Austin looks like Denver. It's all Denver. New York looks like Denver now.
You know what's interesting? Calling it Denver because I think everybody maybe associates it with the first shitty suburb they're familiar with. Because like you could call it, if you're in New York, you say everything looks like Williamsburg. Right? Because it's that, for me, I don't know if for you, Elders, we're from Maryland. Silver Spring, Maryland is what I think of. Which is kind of like, that was the first place I saw those shitty glass and metal
I don't like the paint, the weird window, like it's red.
Well,
Like why is it red?
The skinny letter, the way too skinny addresses. And it's like, you're right, everything and London just looks everything's old as shit. They kept it. The trains are incredible. The cabs, those black cabs that we were talking about.
Fire.
You fucking sit, you're facing your friend. Like
that is something.
It's awesome.
That is something that's also in Paris.
Yeah, why don't we do that shit? It's like simple shit.
We were just in Paris shooting subway takes, and every time we got the crew's 4 people, every time we got in the car, we had a business meeting.
Yeah,
two guys over there, 2 guys over here.
It's nice. You're talking to your fucking friends. Elders, you haven't been to London, have you?
I have a couple times.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. What am I talking about? You've been sorry. No, I forgot how multicultural.
It's unreal. I don't know why Americans all want to face the same direction.
I know. I get people complain about I think fucking car sickness, but shut the fuck up.
Can you get car? I don't know.
I get it.
I get it when I'm going straight.
Interesting.
which is really bad because when we were doing Keep the Meter Running,
oh yeah,
and I had it for a moment in time, I had car sickness, but it was during when we were shooting a lot of episodes, and I'd be like in the back of the cab. But then it went away, and it's the only time in my life I ever had it. I feel like I may have self-inflicted.
What was going on at the time? Were you stressed, man?
Was I stressed? I don't know. I'm kind of too blessed to be stressed. It's I try to maintain a level of stasis,
right,
where I don't go too up. And I don't go too down.
Was that alys the case?
No.
You've always been a level-headed guy?
No. I've been
some peaks
on
and valleys.
the verge of mental breakdown and bipolar kind of. Like,
oh, really?
Generally, I'm a light version.
Okay,
which is called cyclothemia.
Cyclothemia.
Yeah, which sounds fake but is real.
Sounds like a Strokes album. It sounds like a fucking. It's somewhere in Julian Casablancas' hard drive.
Oh my
Cyclothemia.
Or Phoenix.
Yeah,
Cyclothemia.
Yeah. Maybe I am literally just thinking of the Phoenix.
Well, they had that Listomania song. No, cyclothemia is a rapid cycling. It's essentially the same as bipolar, except it's more rapid. It's like 6 days up, 6 days down, 6 days normal. So I would just wake up.
Little slider to the bipolar's burger.
Yeah. And it's not. It's like the period is not so. It's not so manic that you're like, I'm gonna go gamble my house.
Yeah.
You're just happy. And like really productive, honestly. Gotcha. I like that part of it.
Yeah.
And so I found this medication which only treats the depression part.
Oh, sick.
So now I'm just manic all the time.
That's pretty nice.
So, but it's nice because that's just my stasis is now like high energy.
Interesting.
And like pretty excited and optimistic.
Yeah.
But it's not a depression drug. It's not an SSRI.
Interesting.
I don't know what it is.
You don't know what you just take a loose pill.
And for a while, I take a loosely because there was a moment where I was like, oh, I think I'm cured. And so I stopped taking it and I fucking tanked immediately and just got really sad.
I love when people do that. I've had friends who like
just
they have a couple good years and they like just forget that it's because of the medication.
I know, that's what happens.
It's the same thing as like, when you're in a relationship and you're like, whoa, I could fuck hot girls. And it's like, yeah, because this woman built you up. The second she's out of your life, you're back to being a loser.
That's so true.
And it's like, that happens a lot where people think they're just, it's like, yeah, maybe there's some side effects, whatever. Just stick with it, man.
Do you have any conditions?
Not really, just the classic stuff, anxiety, depression stuff, barely anything,
Just the classic American cocktail.
Just like, but being fat as shit, I guess.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I can't.
We're the same. We're both obese.
Yeah.
I got the COVID shot early.
Nice. Oh wow, fucking stealing valor, dude.
No, I am medically. No,
we're in America, brother. We got to slide that scale a little bit. We got to grade it on the curve.
They put me in the obese pile. I said, all right. Every time I go to the doctor, he says, you're obese, and I say, I know, I've been obese my whole life.
Really?
And then people go, you're not obese.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
well, you are wearing the coat. You were talking about being a coat guy.
Yeah.
Maybe you do have a shitty, dumpy body under there because you do have a pretty nice, thick leather coat where I can't. You're cutting a nice silhouette right now.
Look at this.
You're on the verge. I would say you're on the verge
of being obese,
of being
fat,
of turning into like a dad, like that straight dad bod. Like,
I have that.
I
have that already.
Yeah.
When I take my shirt off,
you're Egyptian.
Yeah,
you're in that like
I know.
Egyptian dad zone.
I know they have nice bellies. Like Egyptian bodies are when they're nice. They're nice. That's one of my favorite things when I go to Minnesota. Which shout out Minnesota, shout out Minneapolis.
Are you from
Minnesota? Is where I'm from.
Oh hell yeah!
Love Minneapolis. I moved there when I was like 2 years old. Actually, like 6 months. I always forget the details of my childhood.
Were you from Egypt or?
Yeah.
Okay,
from Cairo.
Cool.
I'm ESL. I actually just realized that I'm ESL.
Nice, dude.
Like,
wow.
I was like 35.
I am too, but I went to preschool with a Greek accent.
Did you only speak Greek, or
I only spoke Greek but I lived in Baltimore.
Oh yeah.
It was just my parents only spoke Greek to me.
That's pretty much the same condition.
Yeah. Eldest Albanian. He actually knew Greek. We're talking to an Albanian refugee over here.
Oh, that's right.
Who only because Greece provided him some safe haven for a couple years was he allowed in America.
For 6 months.
Okay.
And we were fucking
without Greece, your family would be fucking in the mud farms right now outside of Tirana or wherever the fuck.
Albanians, I think, are the most underrated.
No, they're not.
New York category.
Properly rated.
Yes.
No, everyone's always talking about, the Italian Americans, the Greeks, the Italians,
okay,
the Greeks.
Greeks number one with a bullet. We can all agree, and there'll be no further discussion.
I think Albanians get treated unfairly in the city.
Okay, that's true. Okay, stop. You're gonna lose your soundboard privileges.
When's the last time somebody said, "You're in town? Let's go get an Albanian meal"? They don't do that. They go, let's go have Polish food. Let's go have pierogies.
Pierogies, I will tell you, I am willing to move Albanians up in the white European rankings past Polish. Right? Here's the thing. I like to keep Eldest down because this is sort of the.
I'm building you up.
Are you familiar with the Greek Albanian? We're trying to basically teach. This is like how Sesame Street teaches little kids about like how to act in school or how to eat vegetables or whatever. We're trying to teach people who don't know about Greeks and Albanians.
This is Greek state media.
This is Greek state media because we've had this our whole lives.
You guys have a kinship.
Yeah, I mean, we literally have been friends since we were 5 years old, and that's always been a fun element of just kind of truly ironic racism happened to me so early. Because
of that guy?
Because of Aldous. because we had another friend's family who was literally racist against Greeks who were like villager idiot Greeks.
Oh, right.
Who thought they were better than Albanians. And I remember thinking as a little kid, like, wait, they actually think Eldest is a fucking piece of shit. I was like, that's crazy. And then it was that was the first time I realized maybe you and our pal and that set my life down the course of thinking thinking racists are funny because of how stupid they are from a young age.
Right.
I was introduced to that concept literally 7 years old. One of the dumbest guys I knew hated my nice little kid best friend because he's Albanian and he's just this drunk Greek idiot. And I'm like, wait,
he was an adult.
Yeah.
The adult didn't like the Albanians.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little 7-year-old that was that's
our
you
friend's
fucking
dad.
Albanian scum.
Our friend's dad wouldn't let him in the house.
Are you
dude.
Muslim Albanian?
No, I'm not Muslim.
No, never mind.
But I'm close to conversion.
Never mind.
And we see the agenda.
Never mind.
He takes back everything he says.
I was out here trying to help you guys, but
we each have our little MOs under this surface, don't we?
Make this your best season yet with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor. Eating well has never been this easy. Just heat up and enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want. Get outside instead of prepping and cooking indoors. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle. I've been the 20,000 step bastard on this tour. I'm going to keep that lifestyle up when I get back to NYC. I'm going to be strolling around the village. You might find I'm going to be Stavros Warhol, going to Chelsea, tipping my cap to gay guys as they go to art galleries and such. I'm not going to be inside prepping meals. I'm going to get Factor to do that for me. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your goals. Choose from Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. Factor powers your day with satisfying breakfast, on the go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. It's easy to savor more this spring. Factor meals pack in the flavor with none of the fuss. Get started at factormeals.com/Stavvy50off and use code Stavvy50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code, let's not forget, Stavvy50off at factormeals.com/Stavvy50off for 50% off plus free shipping.
That entire corner of the world, I feel like is an underappreciated. I want to go to Turkmenistan.
Yeah.
Have you Googled Turkmenistan?
Isn't that that guy's kind of on some North Korea type shit?
They're all kind of on it.
Yeah,
over in that
true,
little region,
true.
Turkmenistan. Oh, type in Turkmenistan, Gates of Hell. Check out
Gates of Hell.
this tourist attraction. Why hasn't anyone talked about this?
Awesome.
It's literally just that.
The door to hell.
It's been on fire for 50 or 70 years.
That's so sick.
And you go there, take a selfie in front of it.
It's just on fire?
That's all it is. It's a pit of fire. That's so sick.
That's pretty fucking cool.
And then if you do Azerbaijan Rug Museum, this is cool because it's in the you'll see. Look at the architecture here.
Oh, nice.
It's a rug.
Wow, that's fucking cool, dude.
Right? Like, these places are sick.
I'm a big rug guy. My mother. So when my grandparents, my mom's parents came here in the 70s. Her dad was he was like a machine worker, and the first job my grandma was just like, I'll do whatever for a buck. And well, I mean, within reason. She didn't come to America selling pussy. Everyone, relax. But she had never worked on rugs before. She off the plane got a job repairing like Oriental rugs. And so my mom and my grandmother, my whole life, like I would go after school to my mom's job where she would repair just in this old like sick rug store, and I would just like be playing in these. So I love. That's this museum I actually would love to go to. Let's fucking go.
Let's do the pod out front.
Azerbaijan. Yeah.
No, that whole like it's so like wild west out there.
Yeah.
Like there's another city I forgot, or like another country or city I don't remember, but like the guy's obsessed with white, like white marble. So the whole town is just white.
Interesting.
It's all white marble. It looks like heaven.
Yeah.
It looks like this.
Beautiful.
Except it's not dilapidated. It's all new.
Yeah.
You know, so it just like looks weird. It's just like a weird
white marble town.
Oh, there it is.
Is that Turkmenistan
where is that?
also?
That's
I think so.
Ashgabat.
It's also in Turkmenistan, yeah, the
Look
capital.
at it.
Yeah, I think this guy is like some kind of fucking.
No, they're not good.
No,
I don't think they're good people.
Yeah, that's a sick statue though. Go down a little bit, Eldis.
That little skeleton boy.
More motherfucker right there. Yeah, that like weird gold guy on top of a mountain. That kind of looks like a dick now that I see it though.
I mean, everything's a dick if
What
you look
doesn't?
hard enough.
That's true.
Or if you look long enough, really. They're all.
But that has kind of dick and balls. Whatever.
Oh, those little hats too. I like their little hats.
Yeah, they have a nice little swag to them for sure. They have a nice little swag of
Eastern
like
Europeans are that. Well, that culture is coming back, like the Slavcore.
Turkmenistan.
Slavcore.
Yeah, we have a little Greek. I've said like Greeks are. I have a bit where I say Greeks are the whitest like Arabs, but but it's like you also have to sprinkle some Slav in there.
Yeah.
Because it basically. That basically means north and south. People never think of Greece as like northern and southern because you just think the islands, all this place. But like by the mountains, it kind of is. Like my grandma in her pictures of like when she's kind of young, kind of looks like a Turkmenistan, like Kazakhstan, where people like kind of look a little Asian.
Yeah.
Like my grandma has like those high ass cheekbones, and like like she's such an old little lady now that like she just looks like an old lady to me. And then you see a picture of her. And it's like this could be the Turkmeni dictator's daughter. Like she like straight up looks Kazakh.
Turkmeni royalty.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a little Asian in you.
Yeah,
you really do. No.
I think that is just being fat. I think that people think of a smiling guy with fat cheeks and the whole sumo thing. I think it.
No,
but you know what's funny?
I went
to Popular Jewelry in Chinatown, and this is when I had my head shaved. And I had no facial hair, and I was like hairless.
They thought you were actually.
And they literally no. They asked me if I was Chinese, and it was the first. And I wasn't. I was less fat at the time, and I was just like, truly. These were people that like barely spoke English Chinese,
and they were like,
who thought I was Chinese.
That's tight.
So that was interesting. That was the first. Yeah, they actually did, and I was like, they're like Chinese, and I was like, what? I was like, it took me like 5 minutes to get what they were asking because it's never happened. So yeah, maybe because of my grandma.
That's good though. Being ethnically ambiguous, I realized is great because you can go. I can go to Italy and people are speaking to me about bon vite or whatever they're saying. Go to London, they're like, okay, he's something.
It is true depending on how
Spain.
Yeah. And depending on how you dress, you could be 5 different
I could
like
be Puerto
races.
Rican, I could be Dominican. The only place but if you're Norwegian,
right, and
you go to Italy,
right,
like you don't blend in. Like you're obviously a tourist. So I realized that like having the dark features, because I used to not like mine. I don't know if you had the same problem, but like
not really.
I was like, I don't really want to be. I don't like curly hair. I don't like. I don't even want a beard. Look at this guy's beard.
Oh yeah,
fucking power.
He does love it.
How much power is in that beard?
Eldest is not. The thing is, he's not ethnically ambiguous. That's if you look up Albanian.
Well,
Eldest has the Minecraft Albanian head.
Why are Albanians white?
I don't know.
They're
so
white.
I don't know. They're they're Snow White. I think because they're inbred, right?
I don't know. I wouldn't say all
I
that.
think I would say that pretty confidently.
They're so nice though. I had an Albanian Uber driver the other day, and he was really a nice guy.
Yeah, don't make me admit that I like Albanians on camera, man. Don't make me admit that I have that my closest friend is an Albanian and that
Albanians are going to be part of the New World Order.
See, thankfully, Eldest says shit like this and knocks me off
the shift is happening.
Who's at the top of the New World Order?
God, I don't know.
But
it will be Albanians.
Let's not
soon.
rank the races right now.
No. We're not ranking the races.
Let's not get an Albanian's perspective on which races are the most powerful.
We just want to know when the U.S. falls.
Right. Well, I think China, right?
China's
kind of poised.
An ally of Albania, by the way. Ally since the 70s.
Yeah. Right.
India's a little sleeper. They're a little sleeper.
That is
hit.
true.
I think we take them for like
We do.
we're like, oh, they're not a threat.
Yeah.
But they got a lot of people.
They got numbers.
They got numbers, dude. They're doing numbers.
Yeah.
They have a strong work ethic.
Yep.
You know, Chinese also have a strong work ethic. Arabs, that's why we're never going to be on top again.
Yeah. And that's why I say Greeks are kind of like Arabs.
Yeah, they just
because it's a chilling culture.
Yeah, you hang out.
Yeah, drink a little coffee cups,
little coffee, little tea,
eat meat off a fucking eat meat off a thing. Yeah, it's awesome.
A lot of joking around.
Love
not a
joking
lot of
around.
not a lot of business.
No.
Unless it's import export, of course.
Yeah. Well, Egyptian in particular, I feel like is kind of its own little, you know what I mean? Like, because you guys kind of have like, I don't know, like the North African thing. It's not quite the Middle East. You know what I mean? It's like you're in North Africa. It's not quite. It kind of has. Again, like you're in that. We could take a corner of a circle of the world that kind of has Greece, Egypt, Turkey, and like a little piece of like the more southern Slavs, and it's like they're all pretty much the same type of guy, a different flavor of the same type of guy.
Same body though.
Yeah, definitely same body.
Us.
Definitely same body.
Variations of us.
Yeah. I love it. I love that, and it's a great. That is the thing. You're right in that there's a Slavcore and also like an Arab thing of like. You could be a big fat piece of shit with the hottest woman you've ever seen in your life. Yeah. And that's like kind of expected. Like if you like no one thinks, and that is something I am truly leaning into. That's what I've found in my in my advanced age of soon to be, well now when this comes out 36 years old. I've definitely found that out of like that's the these are some lessons I can learn from my forefathers.
We're blessed at a time when you and I were growing up. Mm-hmm. It was the Brad Pitts. It was the Freddie Prinze Jr.
Right.
It was the Ryan Reynolds.
You're right.
And now
it's kind of bifurcated to you're either a twink that women want to fuck, or you're like
just
kind of
like a fucking daddy.
Yeah,
zaddy. Like
some kind of daddy.
Yeah,
and that's the beauty of it.
It's great.
There's a lot of different flavors of that too.
Yeah, there's the Adrian Brody, long nose, very skinny. He's like a hybrid of a twink and like an ugly guy.
Right.
And then there's like the thick men. Like I would consider Javier Bardem as like a thickie.
Okay,
he's got
I don't know that
booty.
You can claim him, but yeah,
you don't think so?
I think he's the ideal.
The ideal man.
The ideal of that. You know what I mean? Like
he's the hottest ugly guy.
Yes, like when a woman's like, I have a Javier like that, like a woman with an ugly boyfriend who just kind of, has a nice head of hair, maybe, so they'd be like, I'm really into Javier Bardem types. You know what I mean? Like that the way you might be like back when Pamela Anderson was an archetype, and it was just like any blonde lady with like big tits, even
knockers.
If she wasn't like that
knockers.
hot. Knockers is good. I do like Actually, I don't really use knockers that much.
Well, I'm taking myself back.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, she has huge knockers.
Fucking fat knockers.
My wife does love Javier Bardem.
I mean, point proven
there we go.
Every time she says that, I'm like, God, he's not really my type.
Exactly.
I do go more for the Brad Pitts. Call me old fashioned.
We're all idolizing Brad Pitt, and they're all idolizing. Like, who's another ugly hot guy?
Yeah. Who's another one of
like? I mean, there's
guys?
old like Serge Gainsbourg, just straight ugly. But, like he has a baddie. You know what I mean? Like a baddie. Like he's known for being ugly.
Yeah.
But like his wife, I mean Jane Birkin, like a total babe.
Yeah.
Like, look at this.
Yeah, that's awesome stuff.
That is to me. That is an inspiration to all of us. Mm-hmm. Kind of like off-looking guys.
My vision board is the Pitt. There's like a couple. I've said it before. Red carpet pictures Joe, I can't believe it. My cousin Vinny, Joe Pesci.
Oh yeah.
And it's like him and his model wife that is like fully a foot and a half taller, and like the fucking aura just buzzing off him,
fucking drip.
Like it's like that's the thing of like not tall. Like I don't give a fuck about height. I would date a taller one, but it's just like that imbalance of the like. There's something to be said of like just having that much sauce that it just doesn't matter.
Extra sauce.
Extra
drip.
Being very saucy. So I think because I did grow up around. See, I never had that thing of like, not liking being. In fact, Greek people I think have the opposite problem of like weirdly thinking we're the best for no reason. And I grew up in a Greek community, like to the point where we called non-Greek people, we called them Americans, like other white people. We would just call them Americans. Like, he hangs out with a lot of Americans, and that was a point of like when you went to Greece, that was an insult.
Right.
Where it's like, oh, this fucking Amerikanaki, right? And so I grew up around all that stuff. In Minneapolis, was it just like you and your family?
I think that's the difference.
Yeah,
we didn't have really a community.
Right.
Like there was not a community of Arabs. And when I went to Egypt, they would call me Agnebi, which means foreigner.
Yeah,
like my family.
Foreigner's even worse.
My family there is like, oh, what's up, you little foreigner? I'm like, what? I was like, I'm not a foreigner, I'm Egyptian. But saying it in English, just like that.
Totally, totally.
I'm not a foreigner.
To
my grandma. And like, I think that I was gonna say that the key word, I think in order to have that, you have to have some sort of community.
Yeah.
And our community was just not, it wasn't there.
Yeah.
It was not, there was not, like my dad was one of the first Egyptians to move to America, or at least to Minnesota.
Right, to Minnesota.
And it was like him and a couple boys, 1969, on one plane.
Wow.
And it was fire though, because everyone was like, that's when it was like dope.
Yeah.
That's when people hadn't met an Arab.
Totally.
And it was like Lawrence of Arabia type shit, like
exotic,
Omar Sharif, like exotic creature, like a rug.
Yeah. And it's fucking 1969, the summer of love.
Yes, and my dad just full on Travolta.
Yeah.
You watch Saturday Night.
A closeted gay man?
No. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
It would be fun.
Just watch that movie and that's me. That's the closest thing to me.
Slick this shit back.
Yeah, he went full like disco, balls hanging out of the pants. Like in every photo that I have of him, his balls. They're massive. Massive hog.
Respect.
Did not
dude.
bless me.
Damn.
Like
that's really tough.
Yeah,
to not only know that, but like see the pics.
I mean, they're literally in my face every time I look at old photos, and I get embarrassed because every time I show like a woman in my life, they're always like, "Damn," and I'm like, I know exactly what you're thinking, and then it's a letdown. My dad had a huge dick. Like
that's
enormous.
Awesome.
R.I.P. to my dad. But
that he's hogging in heaven right now.
Cause of death, massive.
Yeah. Too much blood flow.
He tripped on it and just fell down the stairs.
I get that, man.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to the boy.
R.I.P. to the boy.
So he moved by himself.
Yeah.
Is your mom American or?
No, she's Egyptian too.
Oh,
he went home. He did the old.
Oh wow.
He did the old. Let me get myself a nice little Arab girl.
Yeah. Went to the wife store.
Yeah. Went to the wife store. Did a little lying, which I thought was interesting.
Okay. About
told her he was. Okay. So he lied about his age. He was 20 years older than her, but he told her that he was only 10 years older.
Wow.
And she didn't discover it until they were married and I was born.
Wow.
Which at that point is kind of her fault.
Yeah, I mean that's
like
doesn't say much about your mom's detective skills.
Yeah, like Mom, like you didn't know until I was born, and then she was like, and then it was too late. I was like, what a good liar.
Yeah.
Like Mad Men. My dad was on this Don Draper.
Yeah,
show.
You're born. He's like, oh.
He
anyway,
wasn't even there, bro. He was taking a nap.
Yeah, he's playing fucking backgammon, smoking a cigarette.
He was 45 when I was born.
Okay.
And my mom was 25.
Damn.
And she thought he was 35.
Wow.
I know, but he had.
Did he look? From what you're telling me,
he looked good.
Did he look youthful though?
Yeah, he had that hog.
Okay.
Nice,
yeah.
She was
dickmatized.
He had this kind of look going on. Yeah, he was like an ugly hot guy.
Gotcha.
So he was all good.
You know, I'm recently a homeowner. That's right, Baltimore City. Me and Straight George went in on a house. That's right. I'm an adult man who has a home, not with a significant other, but with his best friend. That's neither here nor there. The point is homeowners, now I'm worried I can't just call a landlord to fix my stuff up. I got to figure it out. I got pests. I got bugs running around. It's Baltimore. I got a roach or two. That's why I've started using Pestie. We're happy to be partnering with our pals at Pestie. Nobody likes being bugged, especially by, well, bugs. And when they do show up, you want them gone fast. With Pestie's do-it-yourself pest control, you can protect your home easily and at a quarter of the cost. Other pest control companies charge over $800 per year. But with Pestie, you can get started at just $35 a treatment with a customized plan on your location, bugs, and climate. That's right. Everything you need is provided in one simple kit. They got a little sprayer, little mixing bag, gloves. All the instructions are easy. You can complete it in less than 10 minutes. I loved how easy it was. You just come in, zap those little pests with the wonderful technology that Pestie offers you. And they'll get rid of over 100 types of bugs. They'll get rid of shit you haven't even heard of. From spiders, ants, roaches, scorpions. You got scorpions in your house? You better call Pestie fast, my friend. Pestie offers a 100% bug-free guarantee or your money back. It's kid and pet friendly. Kit includes a sprayer, mixing bag, pesticide gloves, all the good stuff, the instructions you can complete in less than 10 minutes. Protect your home from bugs with Pestie. Go to pestie.com/Stavvy, Stavvy, for an extra 10% off your order. That's pestie.com/Stavvy for an extra 10% off.
Wait, is your old man second generation? You're second generation.
I'm the first generation born here.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
so my family came here in the 80s, like a few years before I was born. 7 years before I was born, they came here, and they were already married. My mom moved with her family. Her dad got a job and just moved the family to America without even like consulting his wife. He just came home one day. He was like, by the way, got a sick job offer. It's in Baltimore. And you know what's really fucked up? He had the choice between Astoria and Baltimore. And he fucking chose Baltimore because he knew one guy that...
That's the classic move.
And by the way...
That's how my dad ended up in Minnesota.
Yeah.
There was one guy.
Just that you know fucking one of your boys. And I say I'm pissed, but like, if my mom came to New York, she's probably not going... She hated Baltimore so much that and they weren't even in like the city, they were in like the burbs. She hated it so much that she went back to Athens by herself. That's where she met my dad. So I say I'm pissed because in my head I'm like, he would just own a house here that's worth, like their house in fucking the shitty neighborhood that we grew up in is probably worth $170,000. And the house if they had bought a house here, it would be worth $2.5 million.
Right.
But having said that, my mom probably never goes back to Greece. I'm never born, whatever. Or who knows how consciousness works. Maybe I'm born with my mom. Maybe it's passed through your mom, and I'm just so fucking sexy. I don't have my dad's stupid, cowardly, anger problem genes, and I'm just or heart problem. Like
that's a good take. Sperm doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like the essence is born from the mother's womb.
Yeah,
and the
I can
sperm
see that.
is more about like vibes.
Yeah, just fucking fleshing it out. There's probably a couple things that sperm gives you.
Yeah.
There are I've been reading, aka seeing a couple TikToks. I think it's because my brother just had a kid, so I've been like just more interested in baby stuff and like and it's probably spying on me.
So you're on dad talk now.
So it's just like I'm getting videos that are like talking about babies, but also talking about like what does a baby get from its mom versus its dad? And apparently, like it does work that way where it's like certain things really are like, way more determinative depending on.
Send me those videos.
Yeah.
I just had a kid.
Oh, you just had a kid?
I just had a
Congrats.
kid. Pop one out.
Wow. How old are we talking? How old's the baby?
11 months.
Oh,
yeah,
cute.
She's dope.
That's awesome.
She's very cool. Imagine if I was like, she's so
shitty, man.
She doesn't even know how to.
She doesn't chill. She doesn't
chill. I'll tell you that much. She's like an annoying chihuahua. Like just doesn't stop moving.
Kind of has your
and I keep calling my mom. I'm like, what is going? She's like,
didn't you say you're always moving?
Yeah.
Maybe she got your little fucking...
My genes.
Your, insanity.
Papa's
your
motor.
Your little bootleg bipolar. Maybe she's got it.
Bipolar minus.
She's fucking choking Bluey.
The one thing that concerns me is I feel like her hands are too big.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, with a dog.
Yeah.
That means it's going to be a big dog.
She might be a big girl. That's cool.
Is it cool?
Yeah, she's fucking huge hands.
The hands are massive.
My boy, my little guy, my nephew has huge hands.
Okay, maybe it's just a baby thing.
I think it's a baby thing. They look big in comparison to their little ass bodies.
Dude, they're so big.
Because their arms are short as fuck.
Like T-Rex.
Yeah, but their hands are kind of,
They're big, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope her hands don't grow.
Oh, you want her to grow into them?
Yeah, they should stay that size.
You want dainty little hands, dude? Nah,
big.
dude, you want a big workman style girl. Fucking, it's a a modern. We're talking. She's gonna be 20 in 2045.
So she can man the AI machine?
Dude, it's going to be the big girls. It's going to be for the big girls, dude.
We need a big girl to man the AI computer.
Do you want
hands.
What, could be a fucking athlete,
She could be an athlete, but that we would have nothing. I'm like not a throw the baseball around type of guy.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like let's make a funny movie.
Sure.
I'm hoping that she's a nepo baby.
Yeah.
Like I really
clock's ticking.
I am working very hard.
Right now, she's okay. No disrespect, I like your work, but there wouldn't be, if she gets cast in something, there wouldn't be an expose of her dad had some sick web series.
No, that's why I'm working so hard. It's true.
Yeah, you want her.
I would say daughter of niche micro internet celebrity. Niche micro internet vertical short form unscripted video series creator Kareem Rahma's daughter cast in a new unscripted vertical unscripted video series directed by her father.
Yeah, dude. You want people pissed off when you want people to love her and then figure out, you want that cycle of, oh, this girl's rules, and then it comes out.
Right. So she can't use my last name. She has to like Lily Rose Depp. Brave. A brave woman.
Very.
She came out and said,
brave.
I'm Lily Rose Depp.
I'm Lily Rose Depp, and my dad didn't do anything weird. My dad's still chill.
And my dad's a pirate.
She's 10 years too late, man. 10 years ago.
I know.
He's the fucking fun pirate guy. He's not. There's nothing weird about him.
He's someone that was very attractive.
Yeah.
And then decided to literally look like a pirate.
Yeah. Yeah. He really was just like, am I literal? Did he lose his mind on like Pirates of the Caribbean 4? Where he's like, I am this guy.
It's like what was Austin Butler when he couldn't stop doing that Elvis voice.
That guy fascinates me. I love that guy.
I like the bit. I wonder if it's a bit. He's like, I can't do it.
I don't think so. I think the best actors are so fucking stupid. Like I think they don't think, they just are.
Yeah,
and
true.
I think he's one of those guys. Like that's how I feel about Brad Pitt. Great actor. You hear him talk, it's like, what the fuck? Or you hear him trying to be like funny, and it's like this sucks.
I just think about the name of his production company, which is Plan B Entertainment. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, brother, like you've never heard of this other plan? Yeah. Like come on, like yeah, you might be right. Your theory might be correct.
Yeah.
I was looking at all the production company names because I obviously want to start one, and they're not good.
Yeah.
Like no one's getting creative.
Right.
And
that's true.
It's a little upsetting.
I'm trying to think of any.
Like Jordan Peele, shout out Jordan Peele, but like Monkey Paw, I don't like that.
I like it.
I would like to be in a Monkey Paw.
Not the horror.
But it's just
the classic Monkey Paw wish.
I know. No, I had to Google it, but it's just not like.
I like it.
Okay, you want to? I know what you're doing.
Huh?
I know what you're.
I think it's great, Jordan.
Come to think of it, you're right. I didn't realize it was okay. So it's based on
I actually like it. I'd love to trash things, other things, but it's based on the Monkey Paw wish. To me, is such a funny.
I've used it. I forgot what I Wikipedia'd it, and I forgot.
Basically, it's basically like whatever. It's like I want to have the It's like if you're like I want to have the biggest dick in the world, right? And then they just shrink everybody else's dick. That's a Monkey Paw wish.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's
like Robin Williams' Genie.
Exactly.
It's basically Genie. There's always a.
It's a more intense Genie thing.
There's always a
unintended consequences.
Yeah, or like a catch.
There's always a catch. It's basically a more severe catch type thing where the genie's always trying to trick you. The Monkey Paw is just like basically that.
Well, if you had a genie, what would you wish for?
I mean, I would like a bigger penis. Right?
If they did a survey, that's got to be.
It's number one with a bullet.
Definitely number one.
Even guys with even your dad. Your dad, before he would wish to be back to life, he would wish to be in heaven with a fatter dick.
He's like, one more inch.
Just one more
inch. I want it to touch my knee.
Yeah. I don't fucking know. Just to. I guess I would honestly just wish for my body to be reset to like factory health settings.
That's a great,
because I have like a fucked up shoulder, and so I would like to just lose, and not even, by the way, I don't want to be the BMI a man should be at my height, because then I would weigh 125 pounds probably. I want to.
You'd be Timothy Chalamet.
I would literally, like, on those charts are fucking hysterical. But I would just like to be, still fat, but not this fat, and just all my nagging injuries are gone. That's nagging health reset is the number one thing.
I think that is honestly really good.
Thanks, man.
And down to earth and
so
cool.
Hopefully the genies, if you're out there.
I woke up today sore, but I didn't work. Like, I was sore from.
It's a tough feeling.
Walking around yesterday.
Yeah, it's a really tough.
But I walked a lot. I've got to get probably around 10,000. I would say
not enough to be sore.
Not enough to be. But I'm like, my feet were sore. My shoulder is also sore, and having the kid.
Yeah,
has made me.
I mean, 11 months. You're in the thick of it right now.
No, but it's made me realize that, like, my dad died when I was 20, and he didn't really take care of himself.
Yeah,
and it made me. I'm like, I don't want to die.
Yeah,
like, I already saw my like mortality when my dad died.
Right.
And when you're a young man, you're like, I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna do all this dumb shit. Like, I'm invincible
for sure.
And so I immediately clicked into like responsible guy.
Yeah.
Didn't have as much fun as I probably should have had, and. Now with
your 20s, you're talking about.
Yeah, in my 20s. Like, I had fun, but I didn't study abroad. I didn't like, I had no real vision for my life aside from like, I need to like be the father to my family, like my actual mom and my brother and my sister. I was like stepped into that role.
Right.
So I missed out and work. So I started working when I was 14.
Damn, what are we doing?
McDonald's at 14.
Wow.
Which is like really young.
Yeah, you need a fucking special paper.
On like my 14th birthday.
Wow.
I was like, I need a job. And
Did you have a beard already, or?
No, but you know what was fucked up? I started working in the summer of 8th grade.
Mm-hmm. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
And I gained like 40 pounds.
Of course, dude.
And I went to high school as like a fat boy.
Oh no!
But all my life before that, I was like this, like almost fat, but not actually.
Yeah. So access to the fucking nuggets, boy.
I mean, I would literally walk past the nuggets and pop one.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like,
it's fucking nugget.
It's just a nugget. So like, but 40 calories, that's how many are in one nugget.
Yeah.
Times 20. Every day. And then also
800 extra calories.
Dude, and then mix in like,
and that's no fries.
No, but mix those in.
Yeah.
Mix in the ice cream float at the end of the day. I mean, I was eating 5,000 McDonald's calories.
Yeah.
And I think that McDonald's and those types of fast foods, I think that calories I really think are harder to lose than like regular like I think that they're like sticky.
Okay.
It's like they make I'm
love this kind of bro science.
I'm doing Joe Rogan science.
Yeah.
But it sounds convincing.
Put that music under it, Elders. Yeah.
But back to the original point.
Yes.
The kid, like I'm like,
you want to live.
I'm like, should I monitor my health?
Yeah.
Like they make it so easy. Like the Oura Ring, I don't have one yet, but I'm thinking about it.
I don't think those are
does
real.
Does that thing monitor?
This doesn't really do shit. It's purely the steps. And, it's like, it hasn't really, I've done a lot of health things where it's like, why haven't I seen any difference? But I think about like what would happen if I didn't do it. Like I've been sober for a year and people are like, I'm sober and I cut out soda and I lost 500 pounds and like literally nothing happened. And then the same thing with like this Fitbit. It's like, I'm not a huge exercise guy, but when I don't wear it, there's just something in your dumb brain when it's like I'm not doing shit and I see like, oh fuck, I only have 4,000 steps. Like,
right.
I'll go walk even if I'll just go pop out and like go fucking grab eggs or whatever.
Top it off.
And then I'll take an extra fucking, it's purely like kind of like the McDonald's thing of like something you're constantly thinking about. this kind of constantly puts it's purely steps. I don't monitor.
Yeah.
I also don't believe that these things actually monitor your sleep or your any of that shit. I think that's all. Yeah, go crazy.
I just want to ask him in another man's house.
Thank you.
I don't know. I like my friend was like saying it like monitors your oxygen. It can tell you when you're about to get sick. I don't know.
I think that's all fake.
You think so?
I think that's we all are worried about dying, and they know that, and they're like, oh, they'll buy this $500 piece of fucking metal if we say it'll make them live longer. That's my guess. I think don't get me wrong. I think it can work. I just think for it to really work, you probably have to calibrate it, and that's different for different people's bodies and all this other shit. There's a way to track things for sure, and maybe Whoop, those straps are better. I don't fucking know, and I'm sure some of them work. I just feel like a lot of the data you're getting is probably fucking fake. Like that fucking weird guy that measures his son's cock
Bryan
at
Johnson.
night.
I just watched the doc. I just watched the doc.
He has the ability to like track his shit.
You think he sneaks into the room with a little tape measure and measures?
Yeah, He takes a string and he measures the diameter of his son's cock. No, but he's measuring his son's erections or whatever, and he just looks like a regular. He looks like a fucking regular ass dude, and he looks shiny as fuck.
He looks really shiny, but that's just the skincare routine.
Yeah, exactly.
This episode of Stavvy's World, it's brought to you by Booking.com, Booking.yeah. Now, every time I use Booking.com to find a place to stay in the United States, I know they'll have exactly what I'm looking for. They have a huge variety of options, from hotels to vacation rentals, and I know I can find exactly what I'm looking for. I found Booking.com as something for everyone. You know, we're on this tour, we're on a little break. I use Booking.com to find myself a nice hotel room that has also a little space but underneath the bed that Eldest can sleep on. That's right, Eldest sleeps at the foot of my bed like a dog. And this particular hotel had a really spacious foot of the bed. Perfect for me and my Albanian companion. No matter who you are, Booking.com helps you find the stay that's ridiculously right for you. Find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
I've heard you talk about your weight a lot. Are you actively trying to lose weight? And is it because you are afraid of like a cartilary? I don't know, like some sort of like. Are you afraid of like a blood clot or like? Are you or is it more about your appearance?
It's not about my appearance at all.
A sexy boy.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Like truly,
it's actually you have fucked up. I appreciate that.
You have Joe Pesci sauce.
Thank you.
You are Joe Pesci. Yes,
that's too much. It's actually, I wish it was about my appearance, because like in the past, when I wasn't as confident, when I wasn't successful, when I didn't have shit going on, the things that made me lose weight were my appearance and feeling like insecure and all this stuff. And like, will I see a picture I'm tagged in from an angle I wasn't aware of and be like, God damn, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I'll have that, And appearance-wise, I would legitimately like to lose like 30 pounds, but I would be very comfortable being like 270. But I should be less than that. And it's purely health. It's exactly what you said. It's like, I want to fucking live. And then especially, it's not my kid, but a nephew is like a real, I'm like, I want to be around for this kid. And it's even, I'm even thinking about, do I want to have kids? Do I want to have a family? Whatever. And the nephew really makes you think like, oh, this is a fucking it's a crazy to just put it plainly. It's a new generation.
Yeah.
And that this kid, I have to be for this kid what my aunts and uncles and like the people that are still in my life, and it just kind of makes you think like, holy fuck, there is a before this kid was born and there's an after, and then you think about how you only know your parents for half their fucking lives, and like I'm at the age right now where about the age where my parents had my brother, they had me at 33 or 34, and my brother's at 36. I'm 36, so I'm like at the age, every life experience I have had. It's like I don't know that part of my family's life. My entire existence is like, so I want to have that level of life after this kid, and like it's just insane to think like, oh, I'm entering the second half of life where I'm the adult to some babies and some kids, and so like it's that.
It's weird.
It's the invincibility thing, and that's over, and not only that, but it's thinking like, wait, what did I waste my youth on? Like some guys fucking do drugs. Whatever. It's like we
now.
ate ice cream. Like I ate ice cream and didn't get that much pussy. And you know what I mean? Like it was like I didn't do cool shit. I didn't like jump off cliffs.
Well, you had a good you had a good fourth quarter.
I had a good
the first half.
We closed strong.
Yeah,
for sure.
You had a good maybe even third and second
Yeah,
half. You had a good second half.
Sure.
Because when does the second half start? Like 24.
20.
It's like 24 to 34.
I had a good 25. I had a horrible 3 after that, and the rest were pretty good.
You had a horrible 3?
Just moving here is tough.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what age were you when you moved to
I was 25.
Yeah, say I moved to 26. So
it feels old.
It feels a little old.
It feels a little, you got to catch up.
And it's like you're going through shit you should be going through when you're 21. Like the shitty apartment, I lived in this place, but it was shitty. We had a bunch of roommates, and I lived in the living room, and like you're so fucking broke. You move. I came from, I was doing stand up, and you come from your little town where you're the man, and then you come here and everyone hates you. You know what I mean? And it's like no one wants a new
cares
comedian.
about you.
And even the people that like you, it's like they can't help. The people that like you and are nice can't help you. It's because it's the shittiest people in the world are bookers and like, whatever.
Right.
That's not true. Shout out to Patrick at the stand. I got past the stand very quickly. He was the man for that. But like, you know how like small time bookers that are shitty comics that want some power in the world. So they run a bar show and then those people, if you're actually funny, are mad because they're like, great. Another person who's better than me in New
more
York.
competition.
You know what I mean? And so I was so depressed. I broke up with this girl and I felt weird about it. And it was just like a depressing.
It's hard.
And then, I got and I had a shitty, writing job, which it was for a shitty website, but at least I could pay my rent, which is huge. And then, eventually Come Town took off and I didn't have to worry about money. And then people would start seeing me on the road. Because I was working a lot as an opening act, but even that, it's like I would make like after fucking expenses, like you make $300 a weekend. You know what I mean? It was just fucking brutal. And so that was really depressing. But yeah, the tail end of it has been good. But even that, it's like it's its own issues of I don't do well with excess. Now, the last couple of years, I had too much. I had everything I wanted,
right?
And that killed me.
Right.
That was gonna kill me. So it was like. It's all its own
the balance, thing. Balance, learning. But I think as we enter early I guess late manhood. What are we in? I guess mid manhood. We're mid.
Yeah, we are mid men.
Like the changes are like the shoulder pain, like waking up and feeling sore.
My back is just fucked.
It's just so weird because it's like you never thought it would happen.
Yeah.
And it's here.
It's here. You hear people talk about it, and you're like, those old pieces.
Dude.
Those pathetic old cock. And I went to the doctor I went to it for a checkup, and they were like, they saw like some fucked up discs. And I go to like a I'm about to go on tour, so I'm like, actually Dreamboat tour, it's been going on for a while, buy your tickets. And I was like, oh, I should get this fixed before I leave for the tour. I'm gonna sleep on a bus. It's gonna be weird.
It's gonna be awful.
And then I go to the doctor. He's like, okay, well, so, really nothing you can really do about this. You can maybe put some shot if the pain is really bad. Here's a doctor that will shoot you up with like I guess what they give NFL players
like steroids
when they have fucking ACL tears and they still want to play in the Super Bowl. And I was like, what?
I have the same thing. I have a herniated disc.
Yeah,
And the worst, like I never really did anything about it for a long time. I've had it for a long time, but it was annoying, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
And then this summer, it slipped, and I couldn't fucking walk.
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
I thought I was paralyzed.
Yeah, damn.
And I had to go to the ER. And
no.
And it was like painful driving to the ER. And it was only like 15 minutes away. And I was on Long Island at the time, and I couldn't walk. And I felt like I had to get painkillers, which were nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
And then it happened again, like 2 weeks later, right after I'd recovered. So I finally was like, I need to pay attention to this thing. So I went to I had the same situation. They're like, well, we could do surgery, but we don't recommend it unless it's like really bad. I'm like, well, what's really bad? And they're like, it's like hard to tell what's really bad.
Like, well, if you can never walk, if if you have to spend all your times in a hot tub, like that happened to fucking Bill Walton, the NBA guy. He had such a bad back that he just was in a hot tub for like 9 hours a day.
That's awful.
He would just be chill, and it was a cool hot tub. He lived in like fucking somewhere tropical.
But now I'll send you this thing. I bought this thing on Amazon that I lay on every morning.
Okay.
And it kind of decompresses the spine.
I think it was the spiky thing.
It's a little spiky thing, but it's not too spiky. It's more of just a curve.
All right.
But I do it every morning for like 5 minutes.
Bro, I'm interested.
I feel like it loosens it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's it's minimal amount of work, which is nice because it doesn't take too much time. And then yoga has helped. I haven't had it since I started doing that and yoga. I haven't herniated the disc. But anyways, yeah, it was like something that needed to be addressed for a long time. Yeah. And I finally addressed it. And now I'm like, okay, what do I do about the shoulder? Like, do I fix it?
Once you start doing, that's where I'm at, where I started addressing my shit, and it's like, damn, there's so much shit to do, man.
I know. And who has time? I think about people that, I don't know if you work out or not.
Yeah, I do. That's the other fucked up thing. I've been working out truly three times a week, and I've been doing like a whole year. Like this year I've been sober. I've been working out with the exception of maybe 2-week stretches here and there. I've been fucking getting my steps. My diet that's how bad my diet can get, where it's like, that's the only bad thing, and that's fucking me up. But yes, I do work out.
Well, maybe internally you are actually healthy, though.
I would. Like, I did go to I actually got a bunch of, my doctor keeps being like, he doesn't say, the subtext is like, why don't you have diabetes? After every test, and I'm like, he's like literally made me check my heart and my diabetes like 3 times. I hired like a one of those doctors that comes to your house and shit, because I just like was in Baltimore, and I was like, let's just figure this. I need to make sure I don't die on this tour. And yeah, I weirdly am some, but
so maybe the working out stuff is working.
Even that's,
you don't trust that.
It's the meme doctor? Of the guy getting to the like diamonds, and that's my diabetes. He's like, keep going. He's not gonna lose weight. 1 more year, and we're giving it to him.
Every time I go to, like, I didn't get a physical for like 2 years, and I was like, again, baby was born. I was like, I should get this. I actually just got it like probably last month, and I was like, this is not gonna be good, because I was like, I have high cholesterol. I'm gonna have diabetes. Like, I don't eat that well. Like I do a lot of cleansing.
You eat whatever a cabbie tells you to eat.
Yeah, and sometimes that's not a good idea. And he was like, you're pretty healthy. You should watch the cholesterol, which I had high cholesterol when I was 14 due to the nuggets.
Yeah, me too. I think literally I worked as a telemarketer across the street from a Wendy's.
I was a telemarketer,
and that's what did it for. Oh, nice, dude. We have a lot to get to, man.
What did you sell?
Mortgages. Part of the
subprime,
part of the housing crisis for sure. I mean, the good thing is I was so bad at it, I did not convert a single mortgage.
Really?
I worked there for like, I don't know, 6 months, 1 year.
So your name was never on the board?
Never on the board. Wow. One time it almost was, and then the guy's credit like fell through at the last second. Damn. And it actually saved me from having that off my conscience.
Right. But now you don't have to worry about destroying a family.
Yeah. We could talk forever, but we need some of your fatherly wisdom. You got to come back. We have more to talk about for sure. Telemarketing, how you feel about being a father. Was the child on purpose? A lot of questions. But let's take some of this advice. Let's do a little advice. And something to plug here in the middle. Obviously, Subway Takes, whatever
Subway Takes, keep the meter running. We're doing a live show of Subway Takes Live in March at Joe's Pub. Tickets already available, but we haven't promoted it yet.
Hopefully the show hasn't happened yet. We don't know when this comes out, so either buy your tickets or look out for the next one.
Come to sit in here.
Yeah.
And cool. A movie. I have a movie or something.
Oh, there we go.
Watch it. Written, produced, starred, co.
Love
me.
that.
It's called Or Something. I don't know when that's coming out, but hopefully
we'll put it in right now. If we know the date, we'll do this for a second. Movie comes out on, and then we'll put the date right there. Go ahead, Eldest. Play us some calls, little buddy.
Hey Stavvy. Hey Elvis. Hey guest of honor. So I'm 23. I live in New York City. I have about 4 more months of living here, deadline, whatever. It's fine. But
deadline.
I spent the entirety of 2024 sexless. I didn't have sex one time.
She has a sexy voice.
She does.
And I'm hot. So I need to know some tips on how to get good, hot sex
That's hard.
in the city. And
Sex is not
I don't want to use
hard.
dating apps.
And you don't want to
Like,
use dating apps.
I want a bar scene meetup. That classic, like,
Come on.
seeing each other and then
I can
going
help.
home with each other. Like,
I
what
can
are
I
the
love
tips
this.
here? Because no one in my generation does that anymore.
that is
And I
true.
just
Bro,
I
she's
just need to
wrong.
know some tips. So
Go ahead. What do you got?
She's misguided.
Bye.
She's misguided. She's very misguided.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think she chose to be sexless, and that's why she's not having good hot sex.
Well, first of all, let's start there. Good hot sex. You're 23, guys in your I'm just thinking about how bad I was at fucking at 23.
She can't fuck a 23-year-old.
Hey, he said it, not me. The guy with a kid, you know.
She needs to go 30 plus.
Yeah.
Like 30 to 35.
Or even late 20s, but like right in 20. Yes, exactly. What she's looking for does not happen. I remember being 23 and like going to a bar and like, you know, looking at a girl and like being like, hey, and her being like, hey, and then me being like, can I have a beer, please, sir? You know, like just the second it didn't go perfect. Like I can count on my hands at that age how many women I met and it went well. And the whole time I was like, the whole time it felt like when you just like are trying to keep something like trying to keep the DDR multiplier going. Where you're like, I can't miss a fucking single step or I'm back to zero.
It was hard.
You know? And so that's part of it. I mean, yes, probably going older is especially New York is the quickest solution. There's so many man children that have done nothing, but there's so many people that were losers in high school and didn't get pussy and moved to this city
And now they're rich.
and now they're rich. Yes, you know. So and all they've done is whatever thing got them rich and try to fuck girls for 15 years. 10
But she's
years.
not looking for relationships. She's
just trying to
wants
get
the good hot
smashed
sex.
out.
I think she needs to go to rich, elegant places. Like I think she's got to stop by like Balthazar.
Okay.
Like she's got to go to the classics. Like she's going to bars. She's got to go to restaurants that have bars.
Okay.
And hang out at these places that have like a $60 steak. I think she can't go to like Cowboys and Divorces in Williamsburg. You know, she can't go to like the Levy. She can't go to like she can't go to Delancey Street.
Right.
There's too many hoes running around.
Right.
There's too much competition.
Right.
She needs to go to like a nice, elegant, and stand by the bar and just put out Riz.
I just wonder.
She sounds like she has Riz.
Well, she doesn't though, because she spent a whole year not getting fucked.
But that's my choice.
Right, but they're like
her body, her choice.
She could, yes, but I guess part of it is also like you can't sit in your fucking room,
No,
or even just at a bar with your friends, and just and like basically she's like, I'm so hot that I should be able to just like be wherever I am, and a guy that I will like. And that will fuck awesome. Not even just fuck me, but will fuck awesome will approach me. And like all that stuff happens, especially good hot sex. We're no prudes here. We're pro hoes, everything. But but like you do have to have for actual good hot sex. You either have to have some sort of connection with the person or like nothing in common, and weirdly you guys fuck
just a
awesome.
primal.
There's just like those are the two. That's the two ways that happens.
I think that she could also quarterback it a little bit more. Like she needs to be like, I see that guy, he fucks.
Yeah.
I would like to fuck him, and she needs to come up and say
a smile.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Or like here, this is
even make eyes.
Yeah,
like,
make
It's
eyes.
not going to take that much. I guess my question is, if we were talking to our friend here live, okay, you don't want to be on dating apps. To me, you're already setting yourself up. You could be selective on dating apps. A hot woman gets 100,000 matches
a day.
Like it's like, so you could just find a hot, and the second you don't like what's going on, you could just fucking drop it. It's no big deal. That's the whole point of that game, right?
It's like shopping for a car.
Exactly. And so, you could do that. You already say you don't want to do that. So you've already eliminated one avenue to potential dick, right? Which is fine. I get that. Dating apps are weird. But then how often, are you putting yourself out there? I wouldn't even necessarily say don't go to those trashy places that we all went to when we were in our fucking 20s. But like, have a mix of play. You have to be like, we have to kind of give her the same, even though she's a hot woman, we have to give her the same advice we would give incels, which is what she is. She is an incel. She's literally she's femcel. So you have to. Your dating life starts with your social life. So, are you doing shit?
Right.
Are you like putting yourself in a position to meet people? You don't want to be on apps. Okay. Are you fucking going to cool gallery openings, movies? Movie places you might bump into.
Shows.
I would stay away from those, especially if it's from podcasters.
I think also
That's where all the good hot sex is to be found.
It sounds like she's new, maybe to New York City, and doesn't realize it's a cutthroat city.
It's a cutthroat city, babe.
Even to get good hot sex,
even if you're a hot 23-year-old. And that's true. It is cutthroat for everyone. Yeah. Everything is a little harder here, but the rewards are so much better. And also, she says she's living here deadline, like... You're only 23. You're already gonna move back to fucking Iowa or wherever.
She might be
the
running
fuck.
out of money.
That's true.
Or she just needs dick that badly.
Yeah. I'm gonna go home where I can get fucked. I think I remember being young and having an idea of what New York is gonna be, and if she's like, I need to fucking some hot guy to fuck the shit out of me, and I need to get famous in 4 months or I'm moving home, you got to give it a little more time. We've all been there. But so these are our general questions. Are you putting yourself out there? You seem to have, confidence. So if you're good there, but it's like you do got to put yourself out there somewhat. You at least have to put the ball in play. You know what I mean? Like you can't just be fine. You don't want to take charge. I get that. You're a beautiful young woman. You have an idea of how you want these things to go, but to win, you have to at least be in some games.
Nothing comes easy.
So get out there, baby girl. Go to a wide variety of places.
Believe in you.
We do believe in you.
I think that you got a great voice too.
And also, if you have a couple bad ones, don't let that discourage you.
Nope.
Right? Like if you're looking to get, turbo fucked or whatever it is.
If at first you don't succeed, brush yourself off and try again.
That's right. The road to a W is littered with losses.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's right. It's true. Oh, holy shit. What's going on? Oh, is it time to... Oh, I think it's time to...
Keep it twisted.
Oh, my God. We look where we are. I'm sorry. Our dear guest, Kareem Rahma, couldn't be here for this portion, but we're very happy to have JP McDade keeping it twisted with us. And JP, what do we... You know what I mean? Thanks for taking the guest place, and I know you really love Kareem Rahma, right?
I can't get enough of
Kareem Rahma
and their performance in
Keep the Meter Running.
But it's time for a very, very important
They had
message.
to go to the bathroom, and it's time for us to keep it twisted. Keeping it twisted cannot wait. When the twisted sirens call, you must when they beckon you, you must answer their call.
We are first responders.
We're the first responders to the Twisted Tea sirens, and it's time for this week's freaking...
We got a Twisted Tea emergency in Sector 5.
We got a freaky-ass motherfucking question of the damn-ass week, brought to you by Twisted Tea. What's the twisted question this week, Eldest?
Hey, Stav. Hey, Eldest. So I got a bit of a funny situation I'm looking for your advice on. So some context, I'm 30, my girlfriend, she's 24.
Keep it twisted.
We've been dating about a year and a half. Everything's been going good. We just moved in together.
Nice.
Super optimistic about the future. Everything's looking good. Never had any arguments. Never any big disagreement, but something's come up and we just can't seem to get off the topic. So here it is. So I'm sure you're familiar with the Migos.
Sure.
I'm not their biggest fan, but I do like some of their music. There's an adlib in one of their songs where they go "mama" a few times.
Great adlib.
I got it queued up right here for you.
T-shirt.
Mama told me.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we know it.
So that little mama right there, that's the problem. So after listening to the song a bunch, I had the ad-lib in my head, and me and my girl are getting ready to get started. And as she lifts her shirt, I go, "Mama," just like that. Migos adlib. So
come on, man, you can't pull
anyway,
that
she
off.
gets weirded out, blah, 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 looking for an explanation why they do that. I say, I literally just explained this. I say, song T-shirt, Migos, they got an adlib that goes mama. And for some reason, her explanation was, I don't like the Migos, so why would I be doing an adlib from a song or an artist I apparently don't like? She started pushing me to think I have some sort of mommy fetish.
You could.
She said it's okay if I do have this, but I don't. So
well.
And I'm just kind of wondering how I'm gonna get through this and what I should say to move on. Thanks.
The next time you hook up, you take off your pants. Boom, you're wearing a diaper. Balls in her court.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, your girl is accusing you of keeping it very twisted. Keeping it kind of high level twisted right now with some mommy fetish. I will say she's got a point. Going, mama, you could, like, I know you think you sounded like cool and you're like, mama, but to her it was like, mama, mommy, mama. So to her, you sounded like a baby who saw tits.
Mom,
yeah, mom. So you got to take the L here. You kept it too twisted. See, there's a science to keeping it twisted. You got to keep it as twisted. We're all searching for the most twisted we can keep it before embarrassing ourselves. You bit off more than you could chew. You got a mouthful of keeping it twisted, and it's coming out of the sides. Yeah, it's coming out of your ears because you could not digest all of this keeping it twisted. This is too big of a twisted undertaking for you. Keep it
twisted responsibly.
Keep it where you gotta keep. Part of keeping it twisted is keeping it twisted responsibly, particularly when you're enjoying an ice cold twisted tea. By the way, brewed with real fresh iced tea.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
Dude, I know it's crazy, but it's true.
That's awesome.
It's really awesome.
That's why they're so good.
That is why they're so good, and they're 5% alcohol by volume. Just a refreshing, delicious drink, and they have great flavors too. Peach,
straight off of Meemaw's porch.
Oh yeah. So yeah, dude, you kept it too twisted. You can't be doing Migos adlibs. You don't have the sauce for Migos adlibs.
Start doing other Mad Libs. Cover your tracks.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, that is true. Go ahead, Eldest.
Well, I was gonna say I get a vibe from this guy that like when you do something like that, when you have like rap lyric Tourette's or something. It's like you're talking to your girlfriend the way you would around the boys.
Right.
If we're sitting on the couch, I could be like, Mama. And that's like
and that's
kind of funny. All the bros roll with it. The girls don't really care for that shit. You just sound so stupid.
That's actually his biggest sin.
Yeah.
It's not the ad lib. It's behaving the way you would in a just chilling with the fellas, keeping it twisted responsibly. Around, you know what I mean? Watching a movie, keeping it twisted, saying some dumb shit. You brought that energy into the bedroom. You brought like Xbox lobby. We're playing FIFA together. We calling each other, derogatory names. You brought that vibe to the bedroom. Too twisted in the wrong direction. You got to keep it twisted better.
Clockwise, my brother, because there's a time for that.
So how do you move on? You take the L. You admit you don't have the ability to do that.
You hit her with the Ric Flair drip. Go woo on a bitch.
Yeah, you go woo. Yeah. I mean, if you could try other ad libs, but I don't think you're getting head. You're going.
Gucci. Okay. Hey. Okay.
Hey,
it was fun.
Hi. Hit her with some OJ the Juice Man.
And Travis Scott would be good, JP.
It was fun. A lot of great ad libs.
The best ad lib of all time is in that Big Timers song. We're like on my way to fuck your girl or something like the GPS navigation, whatever. He's like, turn left. Manny Fresh says, turn left. It might be Birdman.
There's some great stuff there, yeah. So look, if maybe try an ad lib that you won't embarrass yourself with. I personally think that's any ad lib in the bedroom is too twisted for you. You can't pull it off. Keep it less twisted. Keep it twisted responsibly, and just don't keep the ad libs out, and just take your L's, man. And you know what? You know how you really want to make it up to your girl? Get her an ice cold twisted tea, and remember, always
keep it twisted.
Keep it twisted.
Yeah, bark. DMX bark while you're getting sucked off.
Come on.
What's that? Oh no, but we were just talking about ad-libs. There was more riffs to do, but I guess it's over now. Oh, all right, well, let's return to the episode with Kareem Rahma.
Keep it twisted.
What else we got, LD?
Stavros, Scott again.
Hi, Scott.
Hope you guys are well. So the biggest problem I've been having lately is I just overeat, man. You know, like I'll hit a McDonald's, right?
Addictive. It's addictive.
Get the fucking quarter pounder with cheese,
Respect.
large fries,
Respect.
large Coke,
Light work.
solid,
That ain't
can't beat
shit.
it. I'll eat
Nothing.
that. And then right after, I'll hit Taco Bell.
That's
right
a big,
after.
that is-
okay, now you have my attention.
I understand.
Doritos,
This is
Locos
something I'm addicted to
Tacos.
as well.
Okay.
It's really bad.
Supreme style.
I love this guy.
I'm so
And-
hungry. I'm
Me
not
too,
gonna-
actually.
I'm so
Quesadilla.
fucking hungry.
And at the end of the night, I feel like shit.
Yeah,
So
That
I guess
makes
my real
sense.
question is, what do you do to curb this acting out with eating?
I mean,
Thanks. Love you guys.
it's so fucking hard. He said this and it just transported. Especially the last girl. Now she already started me getting on being 23, and then this guy, and I'm like, oh my god, I remember the fucked up shit we would do at McDonald's, dude, at Taco Bell. I coming home from open mics I would drive to DC, and there was a McDonald's on Route 1 right before you got to 295 to drive to Baltimore. And if I had the willpower to get, like, it was like, I was literally like, don't turn, don't turn. But the problem was there was one also at the exact opposite. There was one when you got off the highway at 95 right before. And so it was like, if the McDonald's in DC didn't get me, the McDonald's in Baltimore would get me. And I remember just the orders creeping. It's starting like kind of, like not crazy. A sandwich, fries, and a Diet. I would even go like Diet Coke. And then it would just be like, well, let's throw it. I'm getting
Throw in the nugs.
let's throw some 4 nuggets on a fucking burger.
McFlurry.
And then it just like, it just fucking cascades. I respect this guy for being this level of like, he's got to get 2 places. Curbing it is tough. Honestly, you have to fucking, in my experience, you have to fucking treat yourself like a fucking gremlin, like a mogwai, whatever, and like lock yourself up overnight. But if you're out there, and also finding things that feel indulgent, like what I tried for years was pure diet, pure like, I'm having apples with a little peanut butter at midnight instead of a fucking and that's not gonna happen. You have to have like the methadone of junk food, in my opinion. This is harm reduction. This is not like this is not solving your problem completely, because if you're built this way, you're gonna want to do this. And like, even now, where I've lost, this past year I've lost like approximately. I lost 40 pounds. I gained 20 of it. I lost 10. So like, let's say right now I'm like 30-ish pounds down from this time last year. And I wanted it to be a little more this year. Obviously, I wanted that to be better. But when I was really on my shit and eating really clean, or like eating really good, I just tracked my calories, and I knew I was a late night eater. So honestly, it sounds fucking stupid. I just wouldn't eat. I'm a guy who doesn't really need breakfast, I learned. I just didn't eat. I just saved my calories for later.
Skip bread.
And not only that, but there's a Costco brand of chicken tenders that's very lightly breaded, that the macros are pretty good on it, and like you eat that with a little with a buffalo sauce, it feels like you're eating something, and you can have like.
So you need a placebo effect.
You need the placebo, and then even Halo Top, right? Like a little fucking fake ice cream.
You can eat the whole pint.
You can eat the whole pint, and you do. I have had nights where it's like, I will have a 750 calorie meal that if you took a picture of it, looks like a really fucked up meal. But it's chicken tenders and it's fries that I would, you can cut the fries. And if you don't want that, there's like frozen fries that you can put tenders in air fryers, and the macros are pretty good on.
Because less oils.
All this shit. Like there's just little stuff you can do because you sound pretty young. There's also pretty, whatever. This is a problem. Because this is also, it feels fucking good. It's your little ritual. And if you can have that positive feeling and not have the negativity, like that's nice. Like I remember when I was dieting really heavy in the summer, it was my ritual. It was the same way when I would come home and I would have a fucking diet A&W root beer with I would make these like protein pancakes that were cottage cheese, egg whites, and a little bit of oat flour, and I would put a little bit of fucking Halo Top, and I would make it like a little fucking crepe roll up thing, and it's like that thing was like 200 calories with a bunch of protein but in my head I'm like, I'm having a pancake with ice cream.
You're gluttonous.
And I would eat a little, and so that's what's worked for me in the past, trying to pretend this is not the disability that I have, that I must have something delicious. And this guy, and I'm only saying this because this guy does not sound like he's in the place to go cold turkey. You hear it in his voice.
I don't think you should go cold turkey.
Yeah.
I will say, I think it's okay what he's doing, but it needs to happen in moderation. Mm-hmm. So I think if he wants to hit that Taco Bell,
and I'm not saying to cut it out of your life completely, for sure.
I feel bad because he sounds like it's a curse.
Yeah, it is.
He's
Believe
really
me,
upset.
I have this. I have whatever he has.
I can't comment on because I'm not addicted to fast food. I like it. I look at it like a treat.
Yeah.
Like when I go to Taco Bell, I'm like, ooh, I think about it for 2 days.
Yeah.
So that's the delayed gratification.
Right.
Now I will have Taco Bell probably within the next 4 days.
Yeah.
Because it's come
up
about
it. Yeah.
But if I see it, I don't really think about eating it. But if we have a conversation, I start thinking about how good the quesadilla is. It tastes like fake and delicious. And then the tacos are fire. And then you can get a whole accoutrement.
Yeah, you get a nice setup, dude, for sure.
And so I don't know. It's definitely a tough situation, but I think hang in there. I think try to moderate. I think look at it as a reward to a tough day.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to, it's like
but
anything.
you can get caught in that feedback. Like speaking of
a
guy,
what is a weekend?
Yeah, speaking as a guy who literally like this is what I'm addicted. That's what I've learned more than anything. It's like I have taken pretty much every drug and it's fine. Like I can stop. I legitimately can stop. I cannot. This is harder by an order of magnitude. It's like food, weed, and then I guess when I was taking pills, and I wasn't taking it that much, don't get me wrong, I was never like, I need to take a fuck pills, but it's like those are just so good that you're like, the first day you're like, I need to chill out. It's kind of like the fucking Lord of the Rings where you're like, maybe just one more. Yeah, maybe one more night.
Those feel good.
Yeah, well,
this doesn't make you feel good though.
The second you're eating it,
but then
there's
you go
4
home
incredible
and
minutes.
You're sweating in bed.
But see, dude, I've said this before. To me, it kind of is like, it is kind of pill heroin like, where it's like you're in that fucked up, like I'm so full I can't do shit. I literally like that feeling. That afterwards where I don't like shitting my fucking brains out or whatever, but I like being there stuffed to the fuck. You're usually high too. It's like you're stuffed, you're high, your blood sugar's crashing, you're just a fucking vegetable, and you're watching fucking Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and you're like, this is the happiest I'll ever be in my life. And I literally mean that, where it's like, if there was a pill I could take to have the moment of just smoked a little bit, ate the food so I feel stuffed, but it's not starting to hurt my stomach, there is like a beautiful half-hour window.
I think you need that stick.
What stick?
That O stick.
What's that?
The Ozempic.
Oh yeah, no, for real.
That makes me feel full.
I have done some very serious research. I'm looking into with my healthcare professional.
Your team.
Me and my team are
medical team.
Me and my medical team are engaged in some serious discussions because that is kind of what this last year taught me is that like, yeah, even this guy asked a question about McDonald's and I have not shut the fuck up for 20 minutes. Kareem has not gotten a word in edgewise. And he had stuff. He was like, oh, I know. You were like excited. And I was just thinking about how much
fucking expert.
It wasn't even, I didn't mean, I literally just snapped out of it. Like I have this addiction. So that is sort of what I am. I do think I'm going to try it.
Yes, you should.
I do think I'm going to.
I know some people that have lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And it's easy. It seems like it's effective.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel full. So you're just nothing changes in your body.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean it does, but like
something. I mean the way
you eat less because you feel full
for sure,
and you feel satisfied.
Yeah. And I've been looking into it, and I'm not even worried about the long term shit now. I'm like, all right, what about the side effects? And especially going on tour, it's like I don't want to be fucking having diarrhea on a tour bus, fucking 20 hours a day. But whatever, we'll see. I have some. I like I said, we're in discussions. And I think I am going to try it this year because what I tried this last year was, what if I really tried to be healthy? And like, it worked until I started having to work. Until Tires came back, until I had this movie to promote while Tires was shooting, and that was actually that's what killed me.
Also, doing it with the sobriety is hard,
and
because
all you have left is
the food.
Yeah, when you're stressed. Anyway, I think that was enough for you, but you take my advice. You see that it pains me greatly that I've gone through what you've gone through, and yeah, I think you're at a point where you need to keep the ritual, but make it a little less harmful for you right now. I am fucking hungry now that we're talking about it.
I'm so hungry.
I got some fucking rice in the rice cooker.
I might go to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Is there one around here?
There is one pretty close. Well, not super
That's
close,
what I'm having for lunch. Fuck it. Oh, wait. No, I'm on a cleanse right now. I'm actually on a cleanse. That's why I'm so hungry. Oh. Yeah, I do these 7-day bursts. I do a little burst.
And what's the
it cleans your body. No, you do a smoothie. This is why I like it. You do a smoothie in the morning, and they give you like all this powder and stuff, and you can put like pretty much any fruit and vegetable in there, and then you do a very healthy lunch where you can get anywhere. That's why this fits into my life, because I can go to lunch, get like a salmon salad or
they put it on salad. You to get a healthy lunch.
But you just like you have a list of foods that you can eat and not eat. Like cheese is not on the list, but like salmon is. So like I can still be social, have lunch, and then at night it's another smoothie.
Okay.
And these supplement pills and tea. But it is more of a like I actually look great. I'm on day 3 right now. Nice. I'm debloated, completely debloated.
Interesting.
And I think it's for detoxifying and inflammation, and it essentially cleans the inside of your body.
Okay, damn.
I'll send you a link.
I'd like to. Yeah,
I really like it. I did it for 14 days once, and this time I'm doing 7 days. I'm doing a little burst, but I do it like 2 or 3 times a year. Feels good.
I might fucking do it. I might fuck around and do it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Do you say data or data? Well, at my house, we say data. And for the longest time, I thought paying a fortune on my monthly data plan was just normal. That was until I found out about Mint Mobile, of course, and their premium wireless plan that starts at just $15 a month. Mint Mobile cruises, the Stavvy Baby Enterprises business line, we're using that. We're using Mint Mobile for that. Night and day, our old provider. They sucked shit. Mint Mobile good, old provider bad. Say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you. All plans come with high-speed data or data, your choice, and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. Ditch overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless services from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. Call it. No matter how you say it, don't overpay it. Shop data plans at mintmobile.com/Stavvy. That's mintmobile.com/Stavvy. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month 5 gigabyte plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fee extra. See Mint Mobile for the details.
All right, let's get another question here. I am fucking hungry and I have some salmon, but...
Hey, Stavvy, baby. How you doing, man? So nice to hear your voice and see your beautiful face.
Thanks, man.
I have a quick question for you. So, my wife is a rock star. She lets me have a girlfriend, and it's pretty fun.
Damn, that's so. This guy is the most mild-mannered. Even calling your wife a rock star,
like a LinkedIn.
Yeah, exactly. He's
total social media rock star.
Yeah. He really has that, and he was just mild-mannered as fuck. Awesome. Did not expect that to be where this is going, but go ahead.
But my girlfriend's husband, he's struggling doing his husband.
Come on, Eldis. Let's just put this on Eldis got duped watch.
This is a total. This is
fucking fake.
It's a great bit though.
But let's hear it out. We're on Eldis got duped watch, everyone. Go ahead.
He's struggling doing his husbandly duties and
come on, man.
Just being a good dad and
trying not
good
to laugh his
husband
whole
and good
time.
provider overall. I'd love to give this guy some advice.
So I'm to believe that you want advice for your girlfriend's husband.
It's a great bit.
And by the way, it's like, this is crazy.
It's a great bit. I mean, I don't want to minimize it though, if it's not a bit.
I do, but go ahead, Eldis. Let's just finish it out.
Because I'm able to keep his wife and my wife happy. So just, I don't know how to filter it to him without
what are you talking
making
about?
him like a total cuck.
He wants to be nice.
Yeah, any pointers you can give
This is
would
insane.
be helpful.
This is not real.
Trying to get
this is not how these
his
poly
wife, give him some
fucking
advice,
freaks
but obviously
talk.
he's not a great listener. Any
on,
pointers
shut
would
the
be
fuck
appreciated. Best of luck. Love your show. Stay on your diet. You look beautiful. Bye.
I think he should fuck the husband.
Yeah, fuck his ass.
Like literally fuck him.
Yeah.
That will
honestly, yeah, you have to fuck each other for supremacy of the polycule, and then he has to listen to you. This isn't real. There's no way this is fucking
It's
real.
definitely not real.
Because you don't sit your fucking girlfriend's husband down and have a life chat with him. That's not, these people fuck each other. You fuck your girlfriend. You don't fucking give her husband fucking life advice, Aldous. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it sounds like he's a little more, he's a little controlling.
Yeah,
Just
that's your issue,
let him
buddy.
cook. She likes the guy. You don't gotta.
Yeah, first of all,
you don't gotta meddle in their life.
Yeah.
She's happy. He's happy.
We don't believe you. If you want to come back, call back with, some proof. I don't know how you would do it. Some proof. Maybe make it sound less like you're smiling the whole time. I mean, it literally sounds like he's about to laugh the whole time. And he's like talking in short clipped sentences so he doesn't lose it. So we don't believe you. Eldis is fucking stupid. Next question, Eldis.
Hey, Stavvy. Hey, Eldis. And esteemed guest. I'm calling because I have a bit of a predicament with a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
She fancies herself a bit of a matchmaker and has convinced herself that she has found the perfect soulmate for me.
Hilarious.
And she's really insistent on introducing us and has been for the last 2 or 3 months. The problem is that the last person she introduced me to, I ended up having to get a restraining order against. So obviously I don't really trust her judgment.
Come on, this one feels fake too. Keep going.
But for some reason, she's just insistent on trying to get me to go out with this guy that she thinks will be the love of my life. So I was wondering if you could give me some advice on how to approach this with her. I don't want to
Just
be mean
say
or
no.
say, hey, I don't think that you're a good judge of character.
Why don't you want to say that?
Just
Pause
say
this.
that. Just say, as your friend, you know that the last time you hooked me up with a guy, he went to jail.
Yeah. Somebody
So I
cooks
think
you
I'm
a meal and you get violent diarrhea from it, and they're like, "Hey, I got some fucking linguine for you." You might not have the fucking linguine. I mean, what is this? This is crazy.
I think she's being too soft. I think it's easy. Hey, friend, I know you have good intentions and you want to set me up with a guy. I'm okay.
Also, like, she doesn't feel bad about the other person having a fucking restraining order.
No, she's re-upping.
Maybe
Doubling
okay,
down.
that actually could be it. She might feel so bad
that she's
like, oh, I can fix this if I get her actual husband. And so yeah, look, you're more we're, and maybe I do believe this because it is how funny. Like this is like, you know, women not trying to hurt anybody's feelings and being so like dating being so hard that you're just like, maybe I should do it, but it's like you don't want to do it if you had to meet this person. Like also your friend is fucking weird too, because it's like, what is she telling this guy? Like, if someone is telling me for months, like, you gotta meet my friend,
it's the love of your life.
What is she saying to the other person?
Probably the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like you just if she's your good friend, just have. I mean,
that's nuts that you don't say that.
Yeah,
like
that's
you
the
know,
first
like
thing.
Mark tried to fucking stab me. I don't want to get fucking noodles with this guy. That's what you say. Like you're on probation from. What do you mean you don't want to say that? That's crazy.
She could also lie and just say, I'm dating someone.
No, she can't lie. She can't live like this. Her friend introduced her to somebody who she had to get a restraining order against.
I don't want her to lie, but just in case she needs, like, if she just if it's
because something's fucked up in their relationship with
the power
friend.
dynamic.
If you can't tell her, are you out of your fucking mind? I'm gonna go on a fucking date.
That's true.
With somebody after the last guy fucking was in my air vents. Like then you like what? This isn't a friend. This is a person you're scared to speak up around, and that's something you need to think about, and that's something you have to like. This is an assertiveness problem overall for you, I think. Like that's even underlying this thing. Like, look, you don't have to meet this guy, and yes, you could lie, whatever, but you don't want to be the kind of person that somebody fucks you. I mean, your friend fucked you over. She might have had good intentions, whatever, but like. You're allowed to be pissed at this person.
You're allowed to say no.
Like they fucking they brought a weird criminal stalker into your life. Like you're allowed to not, and yeah, even if you're not pissed, you're like, hey, I get it. You couldn't have known. You just met this guy at work and you thought he was cool. I just don't fucking trust. You're on setting me up with people probation.
I think it's okay. I think she just says it's a pass. But
I do think you have because she wants to say you're not a good judge of character, and the friend earned it. It's not like her friend has a fucking, you know, lazy eye and she wants to like be like, you know, be like treated with kid gloves and be respectful. It's not something that like her friend made a fucking weird mistake and it pisses her off. She should be able to say how she feels about it. Like, if this happened to me, and again, I just go back to what if this happened to me and Eldest? It'd actually be kind of a gift because I would never stop shitting on him for it for the rest of my life. I would just bring it up nonstop. He made these really salty brownies once. We'll talk about it for the rest of our lives.
Constantly.
And he tried to sneak out. That was the best part.
Is this a true story?
He made very salty brownies.
Don't eat
and then he was like, all right, guys, I'm going to head out. Before he cut the brownies, who does that? Who makes a dessert and doesn't want to see everybody's face
or
as they eat it?
Doesn't
want to. He tried a little bite. He saw how salty it was, and he was like, okay. Didn't clean up, by the way. There's bowls in the fucking sink. And he's like, see, he's got his backpack on. We're like, by the way, we all hang out until like midnight here all the time. This is the most uncharacteristic. He thought he was being fucking slick.
I got to go, guys.
Yeah, we were like,
hey,
what?
The brownies are done.
Yeah.
I gotta go, guys. Enjoy.
Yes.
I was on the time question.
Imagine a grandma or a mom. Come on, you can't make the brownies and then dip.
So the salty
brownies. I didn't feel like cleaning that shit. Yeah. I don't care.
It's crazy you didn't clean after fucking ruining those brownies.
What's alarming is she says, I don't want to be mean to say, hey, I don't think that you're a good judge of character. It's not mean.
And that's what I'm saying. That's my point.
It's a normal conversation.
You have to stop living your life in fear of being mean. My hunch is this is an overarching problem for our friends
in this relationship dynamic,
and this is a safe way. Not just in the relationship dynamic. I think this is probably how she is with everybody. That's my guess.
Life
right?
dynamic.
Just because this was something I worked on when I was younger too, like just not being assertive, not whatever.
People pleasing
stuff, right? And so I think this is a good way amongst friends. You're with a friend, and she did something fucked up that you're not even mad about. You just want it on the record that because of your error, I will no longer. You drove me home drunk. I'm not getting in your Corolla again. This is that. That's what she's doing.
Yeah,
like you fucking put me in danger whether you wanted to or not. I'm not going. And you're fine to say that. She is a bad judge of character, clearly
confirmed.
So yeah, you're good. And you don't have to be super mean about it. You can even like laugh it off, but I just don't want people to ever have to live in somebody else's fake reality. You want to live in the real world, and if your friend is pretending like that was no big deal, you have to be like, hey, it's cool, I get it. The guy kind of was
no
weird,
harm, no foul.
No harm, but I'm obviously not trusting your.
We don't gotta go for round
two. You know what
two.
I mean? Yeah, exactly.
The bang bang.
What do you say? One more, Eldest? What do we got here? You got time for one more, Kareem?
I got one more in me.
We can wrap up super quick. We like to end on a very quick one.
Eldest, I know you vet
I don't
these
like this
first.
guy's
Fake
fucking
voice.
Hi, I'm literally watching Let's Start a Cult right now.
Okay, all right.
Can you
There we go.
fucking let your boy know that he doesn't even have a fucking IMDb photo?
Wow.
What? He has a whole ass movie, and he doesn't even have a picture of his beautiful green face.
Check. I think I did put one
You know
up.
what I'm saying? Like, bro, please get on his ass. I forget why. Oh, I wanted to see when the hell it actually came out. It came out in October last year. I'm sorry, bro. I'm also
I like that laugh.
But listen, I was shocked. He rips people apart about fucking advertising and stuff. And one of the main fucking things that people look movies
Shut the
up on,
fuck. Stop
he
the
doesn't have a
glee in your
photo.
voice,
Okay, dude.
motherfucker.
Sorry, I'm talking your ear off.
Apology
All right,
accepted.
love you. Love Stavvy, obviously. Please give him some shit and God, don't put this on the show. Okay, bye.
Let's go to my IMDb. Do I have a fucking picture up?
If he's right, he's right.
Okay,
if he's right, he's right.
It used to be Shane Gillis. Someone put.
That's so funny. Oh,
it's
you.
up there.
Yeah, you look great.
Okay.
And that's the trailer for the film?
That's the trailer.
That's sick.
Yeah, fuck you, you piece of shit. I got a picture. Update your internet connection. That's how it works. All right, well, that's the show. Kareem, this was great, brother.
This was great, man.
Coming.
Thank you for having me.
Had a
Listeners,
blast.
I love you all.
Yep, go watch Kareem's stuff, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
See you on the flip.